محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذريتنا قرة العين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. gaba ɗaya mun karanta Fatiha. Allah ya ba mu sa'a. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الله ubangiji ya ba mu sa'a. Allah mu tawassali da sunan ka tsarkaka wa'inda muka sani da mu sani ba Allah ka ba mu sa'a wannan abin da muka zo ya ahadis samad allazi lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
As you may be aware, GGC DOGAA Kano is one of the premier girls' child education institutions in northern Nigeria. The school was established in 1961, and the first student from Plateau State reported on 1st April 1961. This makes GGC 60 years old this year. The school was established by the late Sadona of Sokoto and of blessed memory as a unity school for girls in northern Nigeria. The school still remains a symbol of northern unity and a strong cultural education center. Responsible wives, we have responsible wives, I repeat, responsible wives. Caring mothers that have contributed immensely in the parenting of our children and the nation. If you look at what our mothers have done as DCLR, we have produced many eminent sons and daughters. So we are not only academics, we are also good mothers and good wives. The Old Students Association forms itself into an alumni and is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. This is named the DOGAA All Girls Association with the following aims and objectives. 1. To facilitate and enhance the quality of learning and teaching in Government Girls College DOGAA. To provide conducive learning environment. 3. Enhance the quality of teaching through teacher training and retraining. 4. In collaboration with development partners, mobilize resources to improve access, retention, and quality education for girls in DOGAA. 5. Provide a platform for all students to engage and maintain the good spirit of family support. 6. Serve as a mentoring platform for students of this DOGAA. Encourage all stakeholders, community, government, philanthropists, PTA, SBMC to support and commit resources for quality education in DOGAA. Initiate and implement all strategies that will protect girls in the school against violations of their rights to study in a peaceful environment. To achieve the above objectives, DOGAA established the following development committees to facilitate in the delivery of its objective. 1. Strategy and Quality Development Committee. 2. Students' engagement and extracurricular activity. This committee will also work with this project because this project is working with the children to teach them nutrition, protection of the environment, and education. Finance Committee, Media and Publicity Committee, Legal Committee, Resource Mobilization Committee, Special Event Committee, Security Committee, This committee is going to be new to focus on school security and ensure safety of students. As you know, what is happening in this country, students are targets for banditry. So we are working with all agents, all stakeholders to protect our students. This committee will work with the school management, local security outfit in the area, PTA and SBMC to ensure adequate provision of security of the school and its environment. The year 2020 was a very challenging year for mankind in Nigeria in particular and all over the world in general. It is the year that brought about a standstill in the world order due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Nigeria, like many other countries of the world, was forced into a lockdown with negative effects on the economy. I said, in our quest for the tree planting project, Allah shined upon us an active organization interested in helping Africa achieve many SDG goals. These include school feeding the less privileged, and tree planting. The Give Tree to Schools project is the one that caught our interest and attention. And I called the organization, and they were excited. So I traveled to Abuja to meet with them. Is that correct?
Exactly.
You were in your office when I came.
Exactly. We received you in our office.
Very good.
Yes. Thank you.
Our meeting was very fruitful. And in conclusion, the meeting we are about to have today is as a result of our commitment and perseverance of the provision of adequate nutrition to the children and the protection of the environment. I will not just stop. I have to think that we have COVID. We believe COVID is gone. It is not gone. It is somewhere hiding. So we have to always say the challenges so that we can prepare for it. COVID-19 has brought it new challenges in the delivery of education all over the world. The virtual learning which still remains accessible only to the children of the rich in private school. Girls are in greater danger because if you send them to the home, the parents will say, I cannot give a 16-year-old girl in my house. I will send her to marriage because I don't want anything that will happen to her because she's not in school. So we have to look at that. In conclusion, I would like to conclude by thanking the Honorable Commissioner for Education and Environment and their permanent secretaries, Executive Secretary, Senior School Management Board, and our special advisor, SDGs, who is here himself, Principal and staff of the college. I hope this collaboration will start another very good project, and if harnessed properly, DOGAA will lead other schools in Kano to introduce this Give Tree to Schools project. And thank you for listening. Thank you very much, sir.
So I think I understand the fact that we're dealing with, or let me say this class 77 is leading this day. I am much younger in the class. So I am more of a child to the class 77. So permit me to stand to make my presentation. I would first of all give glory to God and seek your permission, Mr. President, to stand on the existing protocol. Thank you. I must say thank you to His Excellency, the Governor of Kano State, in person of an active person we know, Abdullahi Ganduji, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduji. Let me qualify him with what he's known for. And beside that, I wouldn't really stand on the existing protocol without appreciating the presence of this esteemed and very active lieutenants of the government that are here present. Thank you so much for your presence. We appreciate it. SDG, I like the fact that you are a young person, and also the commissioner by my side is a young person. So I think this is a special message to the governor. We're saying thank you, Mr. Governor, for putting the young people in the forefront. Thank you so much. My name is Ibrahim Garibawala, as I introduce myself, the founder and president of Give Free Africa. We should come down and put our hands to till the land and ensure that the produce of that land would actually serve as resources to the country, to our continent. One of the decisions that we took as few of us is to start a platform, because Africa, we are rich, endowed with human resources, natural resources. We all know the number of young people, you you are mothers, you know what we have in our homes. Now, this army of young, energetic, vibrant, future leaders, what they need is platform after classrooms. What we need is platform, and we are providing a platform, a humanitarian platform that will prepare this army of young people into productive citizens of the continent. This is why we formed Give Free Africa. The name is a short form of two letters, give and free, right from the creation of Adam. The first word, Allah gave life. Allah gave life to Adam. The word give is so prominent from the day of creation and to the last day. Now, the word give is in the manner that Allah gave Adam life freely, so give free. This combination of these two words made us to form this name, Give Free. So give without the free, give without the E and the free, call it together, Give Free. And Africa is the landscape that we are looking for. The opportunities in Africa is what we are targeting. That is why we gave it the name Give Free Africa. Now, there's a story here. Mothers, we know what you have been doing. We are fully informed of the efforts our mothers are doing, especially the few of you in Nigeria, in Africa, that sat in a classroom, that sat in an assembly hall like this. We know the effort you're making. You are the champions that are actually giving us essence to live as human beings from the homes that we all come from. Now, my concern is this. You have done your job wonderful. You have done everything as parents that you can. What about us as a society? Now, we have realized the best thing we can do is to provide a platform that has a clear set of objectives and also has a mission to build every child that you have dropped on this planet as a responsible citizen, as a selfless citizen. This is what we're after, selflessness. We want to promote that selflessness. Wangari happens to be an activist. Wangari was a politician. Wangari was a leader. The legacy she lived, in fact, she's the first woman in Africa to receive the Nobel Prize for her beautiful work. I'm not surprised it is DOGAA that's leading this, because the Wangari spirit lives in a woman. Thank you, our mothers. Thank you. In essence, is it possible that we are saying, Give Free Africa is saying, let's give tree to schools in Africa? Why schools? Commissioner of Education here, heavily represented by the PAMSEC, you know why schools. Schools is the biggest platforms we have after our homes. Tell me today in Nigeria, where you can gather a very large population if it is not the schools. Schools are nothing but platforms that we need. Now, like the president pointed out, in their days in the 70s in schools, they used to have trees. Now, between the years that she was referring to date, Africa, Nigeria, and especially the North, how many numbers of trees have we lost? Commissioner of Environment is here. I know the responsibilities before his office. He is getting the statistics every day, the number of trees we are losing. Now, to tell you, I'm glad we're in the middle of Kano that we're talking today, in this particular prestigious school. Kano is one of the most urbanized settlements in Africa. Am I right? Kano is one of the most industrialized settings in Africa. Am I right?
What am I driving at? How do we cope with emissions? How do we cope, or how are we coping with the challenges, that is the climate challenges that the country and Africa and the globe is facing today? Now, the little effort we can do, I'm not taking the position of the commissioner. I know he has so much to speak in that direction. But what I am saying, as organizations that we are, as citizens that we are, why can't we take this as a responsibility to ensure that if we cut down one tree, we should have a dozen trees replacing that single tree? Now, one prominent industrialist, just an hour ago, pointed out something to us. He said, if you're flying back to Abuja, please observe Kano. You can be able to point 3 locations. That is to say, 3 vegetations in Kano. He mentioned the zoo, the Emir's Palace, and one other place, if I can remember. I think, Emir's Palace, the zoo, and, University, exactly. The BUK, the whole site, the BUK. So you understand what that means? It means, why is it that it's only 3 locations? I've always taken flight across the north. I shed tears. If you look down through the window, you will see the difference between, in fact, let me say the demarcation between north and south. You see the north, you could see the land, you could see the dry rivers we have. What does that signify? We need to wake up. This is what it means. Now, Give Free Africa felt there is no point to sit and continue to advocate. We have to go down to action. We have to be involved. Instead of telling time, we're supposed to be clock builders. Instead of telling time, what time is it? No, I want to be a clock builder. Commissioner is already a clock builder. The president, DOGAA, is already a clock builder. You know what that means, Amelia? So, mothers, fathers, elders, Your Excellency, sir, let Kano State be in the forefront because of the blessing in the state. The state deserves to have a whole policy and programs, activities that could lead and make Kano the best in terms of what? Afforestation projects, fighting desertification, dealing with erosions. Let us do this. We can do that. The government is doing enough in other areas. What about us as citizens? We're here today to tell you that we came with solutions. We have platforms, we have capacity, and we're here to illustrate capacity that we have for this project. We should go about doing this. Now, let me say this. Kano, babu inda za mu je neman abin da za a yi wa makarantun nan inda Kano muke. Kano babu wanda ya kai ku 'yan kasuwa. Babu wanda ya kai ku mutanen da suke da hali, da suke taimakawa a wasu wurare. Kuma taso, Commissioner of Education, Environment, SDG, duk ku zauna ku ga ya za a yi waɗannan mutanen su zama sponsors na project ɗin. What does it take to have these ambates coming to say a sa fence a makarantu musamman inda suka sa bishiyoyi nan saboda a kare bishiyoyi nan? Now, the value of this tree, bari ga muku wani abu da zai sa duka yanzu mu tashi mu shiga lambun nan. Kaddara a ce kowane bishiya da aka shuka iya kwara uku aka samu, ko ta mangwaro ko gwaba, permit me, ban san yaushe da koma kusa ba. Sorry, my colleagues, sorry for the Hausa language. Now, idan kwara uku kowane bishiya ne, makarantun da ke Nigeria, the Minister of Education states, 2 days ago we were together with him in his office. He was reading out the statistics of number of secondary schools and primary schools. He said we have over 120,000 schools, over primary schools. And also we have over 25,000 secondary schools in Nigeria. If these schools would have trees that are producing only 3 fruits. There are fruits in the Nera Eri. Now, other African countries, like I said, we have 10 African countries that are already on this project. You can imagine Kenya, part of Kenya have given instructions. All schools should key into this project. So you can imagine if Africa will embrace this project and only three fruits, which is valued at 1 naira, we are going to have 27 billion naira worth of fruits. Can we see what we have? This is about $84 million dollars. We are leaving this land like that, doing nothing. We have the children from the mothers. We have the youth doing nothing. Now, what GIFRI is specialized in is mobilization. As I speak to you, you might be sitting down here as a mother, you might be sitting down here as a father, you don't know that your child is a member of GIFRI. This is what we succeeded. I wanted my sister to be here. I wanted to show you statistics. We have over 6,000 volunteers in Nigeria. 6,000 volunteers in Nigeria. When a government agency, a HEROCOM, wanted to build a capacity of 60,000 volunteers, which they wanted to refer to them as emergency response volunteers. It is GIFRI Africa that gave them over 40% of the volunteers. What am I saying? We have the capacity, the training, the discipline to be able to mold your children into selfless citizens under this platform. And that is why we're deploying 3 of them to each school. As I speak to you, we have thousands of schools already on our platform. That is why we were hoping that the Commission of Environment, the PAMSEC, that is the Commission of Education, will be here so that the schools, we are not asking for anything from the schools. Now, the most important thing is, how do you get the siblings? It will be surprising that we were delayed a little bit because we had about 3 meetings with 3 prominent industrialists in this town. They are ready to provide seedlings as donations. Yes. In fact, we are even stepping out of the country to source for more seedlings, improved varieties. And so far, we have also gotten some industrialists that are ready to provide the latest. I don't even want to use the word modified, because I know when it comes to food, when you talk about modification or modified, people refer to GMOs. I know genetically modified organisms. No, I'm not referring to that. There's a fertilizer, the gel fertilizer, many of which you people are farmers. We have a company that is ready to donate all the needed fertilizers to schools in Kano. Yes. The same person is helping us to mobilize for seedlings. The only thing we require from our sponsors or any other sponsor is seedlings. About ambitious to Koina, the Kasashan Waje, Suwachingida, in the Kasashan Waje, I'm referring to our neighboring countries. So we are breaking this information, or passing this information, or breaking this news in order to encourage us. Government, thank you. You have done so much and you're doing so much already. So please, don't be tired. Tell His Excellency to continue. Let him just allow us to have the enablers that will make this project a reality. The conducive atmosphere. Let's have the security in the country, in the states. Let us have at least free access to wherever we want to go. If we have this, I can assure you people, we are going to bring the next meeting or the next project we're going to do, we're going to bring Nigeria here. There are ministers and some of the government functionaries that are ready to attend the program that we are going to hold in this particular school. Now, I don't know if I succeeded in painting a good picture, and as simple as it is, with the commitment from our hearts, and DOGAA being in the forefront. During our conclusion, I believe DOGAA is going to be the center where we are going to rally for every donations. If you're donating 3, come to DOGAA. If you want to dig well in any school, come to DOGAA. Any school that is going to key onto the project, come to DOGAA. Government in Kano, if you want to reach Give Free Africa to do anything, get us through, come to us through DOGAA. So for this, we are glad, honored, respectfully, we are humble, and we are happy that you people here have seen us worthy to accept us, to open up your doors, and even give us your time to listen to us. I will reserve some of the areas. My project experts, management consultant is here, the media person, they're all here. During the Q&A, I know there will be some sort of questions. We will all be engaged on that session. But thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me a bit of your time. Because I say a bit, I know it's much, but it's a bit because I would love to have more than this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, before I give the microphone to Gabo, I think he started by saying that we should get a school teacher, get the parents. Mr. Give Free Africa, we are a boarding school. We are only protected by law. Government is our father, government is our mother. We have the principal, we have the students, we have DOGAA. Yes. So I have seen your registration. You need a teacher to sign with a picture. DOGAA will do that on behalf of the school. The Commissioner of Environment is sitting here himself. The Commissioner of Education is here. I don't think we need anything. We have look at the SDGs. He has a meeting, but he called them and said, I'm having a very important meeting in this that I'm not coming.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
So please, for DOGAA and for Kano State, please make the resolution flexible. Okay. Make it possible. Once government is around, everybody is protected. And I think government has shown its commitment to this project by sending this important commissioner, environment. Look at him sitting here. Education. Look at SDGs. If we have even only one, we are covered. But we have all of them here. Look at the senior schools management board, secondary school management is sitting here. What else do we need? So, sir, I think we have to sit and let it be a little flexible. All those consultant. Please make our own chain be very loose. Please. Please. Thank you very much.
I'm standing on the existing protocol to represent the Kano State Secondary School Management Board, that is the Executive Secretary, Dr. Beleshu, who himself wanted to be here, but want for another important assignment. So he assigned me to come and attend this important program. Actually, DOGAA give me I can call it an injection, because I'm copying from DOGAA to my old school. So when I went for the meeting of all guests in my school, I used to call DOGAA, or I used to imitate DOGAA and told them that this is what we are going to do, because this is what DOGAA has been doing. So actually, this thing you are doing is very, very important. It's very good. To plant a tree, more than 1,000 trees, which the children will benefit from it, or even I can say the state or the country, is not a small thing. May God reward you abundantly, DOGAA. May God look after your children, because you are looking after some people's children. So the school you did, you didn't forget it, and you didn't forget your children. May God stand on your children also. Thank you very much, DOGAA.
Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education, duly represented by the Permanent Secretary, Madam President DOGAA, the retired but not tired, a mother, 2 times House of Representative member, a former chairman House Committee on Millennium Development Goals. I mean, she's been there, she's seen all. So if you're looking for an example of being there, done that, I think Madam President is a good one to start with. the President and founder, Give 3 to Africa, the Executive Secretary, Kano State Senior Secondary School Management Board. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's quite a privilege and an honor for me to be here in one of these events, the first of its kind. And when I received the call, I was actually not invited. I was mandated and instructed to be here because the president of DOGAA happens to be a mother and an inspiration to me ever since I was a student. And her child is my very close friend who happens to be the chief of staff to the Kaduna State Governor, Mother Nasir El-Rufai. So it's not an invitation, it's a directive, and my office and myself are always free to honor such instruction anytime. You can be rest assured of SDGs of this commitment. And then most interestingly is the fact that it has to do with the climate, the tree. That's the angle we are looking at it from SDGs. SDG goals 13, climate action. We have 1 to 16 goals, some will say 17. The 17 is about partnership to achieve the goals. So goal 13 deals with climate change, climate action. And we all know it's a fact now that our actions or inactions affect the environment. And one of it is the trees that we plant around. And one other thing that makes me passionate about this is in all the religions, the first thing in the environment that God mentioned was a tree. He told Adam and Eve, he didn't describe a house or a horse or a water or anything. He said, don't eat from the tree. That shows there was a tree wherever they were at that time. So it shows the importance of human beings that we need, whenever we have to survive to thrive in an environment, we need trees. And I'm also happy to use this medium and platform to inform that the Kano State government is currently reviewing its development plan, and it will soon be sent to HE for its own final approval. And one of the recommendations in streamlining SDGs is we requesting that no building plan should be approved henceforth without provision for planting trees. And if anybody cut down a tree, he has to request for approval to do that, and he has to plant 2 instead of 1. So if you bring it down, if you have a land and you want to build a house and there are trees there, for every 1 tree that you cut, you have to make provision in your new plan to plant additional trees. So I think we're much in line with each other, and in our projects that we're going to do too, because we run some of these projects annually and we do it with Mr.
I'm the director of the schools. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I stand to represent the Honorable Commissioner of Education, who is presently or currently having some visitors. All Honorable Commissioners of Education in the 19 northern states are supposed to be in the state. That is why you could not be able to be here. So I stand here wearing about 3 caps. That is representing the Honorable Commissioner, my own invitation as a permanent secretary, and then as part of DOGAA, of GGC. I think wearing the 4th cap as the twice principal and director of the school. So I'm very much happy to be here, and this issue of planting tree, I'm sure DOGAA Class 77, our seniors are here. I know what they have done in trying to see that they have that garden that we are seeing now in front of the school administrative block. And I know how we work very hard together with them to see that during my tenure that garden is a reality. And today we are now witnessing an important program coming into GGC Dala in the wisdom of DOGAA and DOGAA Class 77 and the effort of our able president. That is our mother, our mentor, Honorable Sobeti Sani, who is here, and whom we are wishing to be a live president of this association because the tremendous assistance, tremendous effort she's making to do so, even going to the extent of bringing this giant program to GGC Dana. And we all had from the president that whoever is joining this program in Kano State must come through DOGAA. This is an honor given to the association, and we appreciate it. Going back to the Ministry of Education, this education must partner with this program because we are dealing with schools. When we said schools, we said education. When we said education, we said schools. And DALA is always in the forefront of all the schools here in Kano State. Therefore, I'm assuring the President that we are going to give all the maximum cooperation. The President knows that because DALA is always in my heart. And this program, I'm sure, it will be or will be part of the objectives of the DOGAA. That is enabling environment in the school. So when we get this, definitely we get an enabling environment for reading, for the students to have a sound education. Because when they have shade everywhere, definitely I know even the status of the school in examination will definitely go high. Because they will have a time, they will have a place whereby they can sit down and read their papers and read them in this current situation that we have of sunny days that we are having. So thank you so much for this, and I appreciate the presence of Honorable Commissioner of Environment, who is here himself, because this we have to partner with the environment, the school, and then the organization. With these three key important partners, and SDG is here. I know SDG, I know how he can assist the college. And as he has said, the president is his mother, and we know, inshallah, we are going to dance according to her tune, inshallah. So I congratulate the founder of the program. You come to home, DALA is the home, and we have a good mother at the top who will guide us through. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope we will one day come back and see and witness when these trees will be planted. I think when that day comes, I will see the director of principals, because there was one time that when the president of Nigeria, General Babangida, was coming to Kano on tree planting. I was in GTC, Goranduze as a teacher. We had a drama. We showed that drama to the viewers, to the gathering there. Inshallah, that history will repeat itself here in GTC. And we will come to the director and we will see what is next. Thank you so much.
We are going to invite the governor. So I'm going to be the one to invite the governor. But before I do that, I was whipped into my ears that Kano State is the first state in the north that is benefiting from this project. Kano State is the first state that we have identified to go to girls' secondary school to launch this project. And when they are going to do the national launching, sir, Commissioner for Environment, they are going to do it in Kano. They are going to be the first of this program. So, DOGAAs, are we ready? Yes. Are we? Yes. Are we? Yes. We are, sir.
Thank you.
We are ready to receive you. We are ready to plant trees. And I'm sure the Minister of Environment, who is the owner of the environment, the Minister of Education, who is the owner of the schools, will now team up. The SDGs, with its 15 number goals, will ensure that we have lived long enough to see our sons grow into very important positions. Allah will I would like to invite the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, who is here in person, to see that the first planning meeting of the Give Trees to Schools in this takes off. After that, everything that we have implemented, we have our secretary taking the minutes of everything that we are saying. We have the media, computer, everything. From this one to the next step to industry, Commissioner of Environment, our office, your office is now our home. We'll come to you every time until those trees are planted. And the director of the school has told me that they have what we call Farmers Club. Young Farmers Club. That club is now eager to receive this project. With the class 77 that we have said, who have committed their energy, their money and time to see to the formation of the school garden. We are encouraging class chapters to take up projects like that. So when we bring the project, they already know the challenges. They already know the children problem. So class 77 already knows what is in it that needs the tree to grow. So when you tell them, they only go and continue. Honorable Commissioner, sir, I'd like to invite you to address this meeting as the Commissioner for Environment and to thank you for coming. Honorable Commissioner, thank you.
The President, DOGAA Nattional, the mother, powerful mother, who ensured that I attended this important occasion. The Permanent Secretary Minister of Education, representing the Honorable Commissioner for Education, the Special Advisor to His Excellency on SDGs, the Zonal Director of Education, representing the Executive Secretary, Kano State Senior Secondary Schools Management Board, the Founder and President, Free Africa, and our able team, other escorts of DOGAA, and members of DOGAA present here, the Director of Forestry, Ecology and Forestry from the Ministry of Environment, and the PRO of the Ministry, other distinguished personalities present here, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I really want to begin by thanking the President for inviting me to this important occasion. I will mention some of the reasons why I have come. Let me also use the opportunity to congratulate the leadership, especially the President, and indeed all the escorts and the entire members of DOGAA for this important occasion. It is really a huge success to organize this program, which is aimed at addressing some of our environmental challenges in Kano. I'm really delighted to see the esteemed DOGAAns. I was sitting beside the President, Free Africa. Anytime the DOGAAns introduce themselves, I used to say, wow. They'll say, DOGAA 73, I say, wow. DOGAA 72, wow. DOGAA 75, wow. Most of them they graduated before I was born. So I really salute my mothers. I have to say, I'm also leaving this place wiser and more knowledgeable. I've learned quite a lot. I've seen the essence of power in unity. I've seen the strength of unity. You graduated from this institution very long time ago, but you are still together. And that your unity has led to so many progresses in this institution. The President has reeled out so many achievements that you have recorded as a result of your unity, as a result of coming together. So I want to encourage you to continue to be united, to continue to remain together, because there is strength in unity and you have demonstrated that. This is one of the lessons I'm learning. This is one of the take-homes I'm going with from this place. I'm taking this to my alumni association. We need to remain united. We need to be together. Even though I'm young, I graduated from Science Secondary School in Hausa in the year 1992. That was just, some 29 years ago. So you can see I'm very young. I'm learning quite a lot from you. We have so many takeaways from this meeting. We have so many things to learn from DOGAA. And I want to assure you that I'm taking these lessons. I've seen the concept of bring back your chair. I'm also taking back this lesson to my alumni association. I'm also going to bring back my chair to Science Secondary School. Another lesson that I've learned is this give tree to schools. I've never seen this concept. I'm seeing it for the first time here. So it is interesting. And I'm happy to hear that Give Free Africa is doing this for the first time in the northern part of the country, in Kano. So we really thank you for bringing it to Kano. And I hope you are not only going to do this for DOGAA and also for schools in Kano. I want to invite you to my school, which is in DOGAA State. So you have to come to Science Secondary School, Captain Hausa, to also do this for us, so that you can also restore our environment and improve our environment, so that our younger ones that are learning in that institution can have conducive environment, can have conducive atmosphere to learn. Thank you very much, Give Free Africa, for this support. I want to say that Ministry of Environment is not new to DOGAA, and it's not new to schools in Kano. We've done so many things in collaboration with Ministry of Education, and we've done some things in collaboration with DOGAA directly or indirectly. As I was entering this institution, I saw a multi-station hand-washing facility that was donated by Ministry of Environment to GGC Dala. This is part of the support that was provided by Ministry of Environment. I'm sure we also provided other support. For instance, we donated soap, which is meant to support COVID protocols in this institution, in addition to other PPEs that we donated to this institution. So Ministry of Environment is a strong partner to GGC Dala and by extension to DOGAA. And I believe we are going to continue to partner so that we improve the learning environment in this institution. So now that we are embarking on tree planting in this institution, which is a core mandate of Ministry of Environment. So this calls for partnership, this calls for synergy with State Ministry of Environment. Kano State Government, under the able leadership of His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Umar Ganduje, OFR, is doing quite a lot in order to safeguard and improve our environment, especially in the area of sustainable land management, of which tree planting is one of the activities that the government is undertaking. Coincidentally, we just left a meeting in one of my agencies under the ministry called NewMap, and what we were doing in that meeting, we actually left the meeting halfway. We did not conclude what we were doing because of the importance of this meeting. My director is here, and I'm sure he will testify to that. We adjourned the meeting to tomorrow so that we can have time to come and attend this important meeting. And part of what we were doing at that meeting was reviewing or finalizing the draft state forestry bill, which is to ensure that our trees, our plantations are safeguarded. The state is making efforts to ensure that we have, for the first time in the history of Kano, what is called state forestry law. Even the forestry law that we have in the country is obsolete. It was promulgated during the time of our colonial era, so it has outlived its time. So that is why Kano State Government felt it is necessary to come up with this bill. And we are facing challenge of indiscriminate felling of trees, and we feel we needed to have this law in place so that we can have sanctions, we can have punishments for people that are felling our trees indiscriminately and without authorization from the ministry. And even these trees that DOGAA is collaborating with Give Free Africa to plant, we need to have that enabling law that will protect these trees. So I want to assure you that the government of His Excellency Dr. Abdullah Umar Ganduje is doing everything possible to safeguard our environment, to ensure that our environment is safe and conducive for it. Additionally, Kano State Government, under the leadership of His Excellency, has established an agency or a program that is called KNAP, which is Kano Afforestation Program. The whole essence of that program is to provide seedlings, raised seedlings that have been used to ensure avenue planting, ensure our shelter belts are maintained so that we can be able to prevent and control encroachment of desertification in Kano. So this is what Kano State Government has done. Government has also keyed into another project, which is a federal government project that is called GGW, which is Great Green Wall. I'm sure the president is aware of this project. So Kano State Government has provided funds for this project, and it has also provided lands for establishment of nurseries where tree seedlings are raised. So these are part of the efforts that Kano State government is making to ensure that our environment is green. Last year, Kano State government raised and planted 1 million seedlings across Kano State. And I want to assure you, this year, 2021, efforts have gone far to raise another 1 million seedlings, which are going to be planted across Kano State in order to improve our vegetation cover in Kano State.
Economy. Whatever we're doing, let us look at the economic factor and benefits. It's really, really important because the nutrients these children take, it's what they need. Some of the homes, they don't provide them. They provide the children with everything, but these fruits, these children don't have it. But I can assure you that by the time a child will come to the school and just bring this thing down and like wash it and eat it, you wouldn't know what that has added to him or to her. So please, let's ensure that as we are beautifying the environment, let us also have those, yes, the fruit trees.
That's our next plan.
That's our next plan. Exactly. Well done.
So let's move to the
We are having some great organizations that are supporting us with grants. And the essence of utilize, I mean, how we intend to utilize the grant is ensure that there are selected schools. Yeah. Example, this one. You have security, you have water. Then you have made the projects a lot easier. So what we'll do is to see how we can bring experts to design this place and bring out a kind of format which can accommodate enough trees. Yes. Please, this is quite interesting. I'm impressed. I never expect. Exactly. I wasn't expecting this. In fact, yes, I mean a kind of what Rwanda, that can be, the expert can give us that. Thank you. Well done. Well done. This is an edifice. Pleased and honored to have you. I believe this marks the beginning of a history. And very soon we'll be in this particular spot to plant more trees and ensure that these trees are nurtured in the same manner we are nurturing our children. May God continue to bless this school and bless the school and bless the state. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Thank you. So duk kowa za mu kawo mata rigar da za ta sa. Let's take to school.
Shakaru